Welcome to TGYS. My name's Greg.
And I'm Christy. We're going to start off today with something from Darren. Darren's mom passed away this last week, and she was a lifetime nanny. And so his comment to us was like, she also loved children's books and cartoons. And his comment to us was, what is your favorite children's books and favorite cartoons? And then he also asked Sideline Scott that same question today. Me being a kindergarten teacher, I have tons of favorite books and authors. It's funny, I tell my kids every day, I bring out a book and I say, oh, this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. But I can say right now, one of my favorite ones are Mo Willems, who does the Peggy and Gerald books and the Pigeon books, and also like my favorite classic book is Three Billy Goats Gruff, and I love that book because you get to use so many different voices and you get to do so many inflections with it. And so that's why I love that. And my favorite cartoon always has been, I have two favorite cartoons, Scooby-Doo and Fat Albert. Scooby-Doo, and I actually have my kindergartners watch Scooby-Doo every Friday. We get to watch Scooby-Doo, a half-hour Scooby-Doo show every Friday. And then they haven't watched Fat Albert yet, though.
Yes.
So
Scooby-Doo is classic, Chris. Yeah, that's a classic. Yeah. Really, the kids' books, I really don't remember a lot of them, really, from back in the day. But probably, I do remember, like, those choose-your-own-adventure books.
Oh, I love those, too.
I think that was more like, 6th grade level or something. But I'm sure I loved all those kind of books and stuff. I do remember we had Dr. Seuss books and stuff like that.
Dr. Seuss is a great one, too.
Yeah. And as far as cartoons, yeah, I loved all those cartoons and stuff. Let's see what there was. You had Scooby-Doo, and honest to God, I think Flintstones was probably my favorite as a kid.
I love Flintstones.
Yeah, Flintstones was killer. And the Hanna-Barbera, when they did the Olympics, and they had
Laugh Olympics.
Yeah, the Laugh Olympics, and they had like the other cartoons come in and compete with the other cartoons and stuff. I always thought that stuff was kind of cool. But yeah, but first off, Aaron, man, absolutely sorry for your loss, buddy. Yeah, man.
I am too.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next question.
Scott Blades.
Oh yeah.
His question was, who should start as quarterback for the Raiders this week against the Titans? Geno Smith, number 1. Number 2, my Rich Gannon bobblehead.
Ooh.
Number 3, an armless mannequin from JCPenney's dumpsters. And 4, a landfill mattress. I am going to go with, because my grandma worked at JCPenney's, I'm going to go with the armless mannequin from the JCPenney's dumpster.
Yeah, this is a great question. Which one of those 4 quarterbacks could beat the Titans? But the bobblehead one sounds pretty convincing because Rich Gannon was pretty good. So I'd imagine his bobblehead could do the job. But let's take the dumpster mattress. There we go. That's for the quarterback.
And then James had a comment for Scott. He said his suggestion was Jamarcus Russell.
Oh.
And then Scott said he wouldn't let him deliver his pizza.
Yeah, well, Jamarcus Russell would probably eat the pizza before you got it. He's a big man, hungry. He's like a 300-pound quarterback.
Okay. Next question is from Jam.
Oh, spam.
It says, Scott, John says he can hardly wait for G and K expertise consideration of your question. P.S. He feels the pain of being a Raiders fan. that is us. I was wondering what Jane came at.
Yeah, that's us.
That is us, yeah.
Well, thank you, because that wasn't a very expertise opinion or something.
We already gave our opinion.
Yeah, we already did that one.
So, and then...
Well, thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, thanks for the compliment. And, of course, as always, we do give our expertise opinion because we know everything to know about football.
Yeah, exactly.
And then James had a question.
Oh, he does.
On his own. Who will be the interim head coach? I think that George Karl should be their interim head coach for the Raiders. He couldn't do any worse.
Who hasn't been interim head coach for the Raiders at least at one point in their life? They've used everybody, Christy.
Matt LaFleur.
No, they've used him before too. So here's the thing: what they're going to have to do. Pete Carroll is going to have to be the interim coach. He's just going to have to finish him off, like they always do. Do the Raiders even need a coach?
They could coach themselves, just like on The Office.
What about Raiderette Daphne? She's pretty smart. She could probably lead the team.
Yeah, she could.
She could. Well, I think we got them questions answered. Let's shift this over to Sideline Scott.
Okay. Yep.
Hey everybody, Sideline Scott here for TGYS. I'm going to be talking slow because I am tired. I just watched Game 5 of the Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners. It came down to Game 5, 15 innings. It was a great series. Congratulations to the Mariner fans. I'll be a good sport. I think y'all are going to have your hands full with Toronto, but hey, it was a great series. All right. I guess I put all my baseball stuff away for another year. Okay, college football. Florida State, they're playing at noon. That's less than 12 hours away. They're playing at noon. They're playing Pittsburgh. Mom, Michigan. They're playing USC. Dad, Wake Forest. Who are they playing? I think they're playing Oregon. I think Wake Forest is playing Oregon. NFL on Sunday. Look, the Raiders are complete garbage. Geno Smith needs to go. I think our coaching, the Raiders, you know what? I'll support the Raiders. I'll root for them. And they're playing, if the Raiders are not the worst team in the league, they're playing the worst team in the league. This is going to be the Raiders versus the Titans. That's going to be a poop show. So, go Raiders, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. I'm very interested right now in the Jaguars. Jaguars have been putting together a very good program down there in Jayville. So I'm going to be interested in seeing what they do for the rest of the year. They're home against Seattle. That's going to be a good game. So go Jags. Detroit, the Lions, playing KC. So let's hope that the Lions can continue doing what they're doing and the Chiefs continue doing what they're doing. So, all right. Go Jags, go Lions. All right. We had a question. Darren, I'm sorry for your loss, but I will answer your question as best I can. When it comes to childhood books, to be honest, when I was a kid, my favorite two books were Alice in Wonderland and The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I read both of those books repeatedly as a child. So, everybody likes, Green Eggs and Ham and The Giving Tree and, children's books. But none of them really stuck with me. Tom Sawyer and Alice in Wonderland, I read those multiple times. But you want to talk about cartoons. when I was in my early 20s, I thought there was something wrong with me, that I did not outgrow cartoons, and I still haven't outgrown cartoons. I love cartoons. I could tell you 150 cartoon characters that I absolutely adore. However, we're going to do the Letterman Top 10. So I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite cartoon characters. 10 through 2 are all interchangeable. But my number one cartoon character is my number one cartoon character. And we're going to get this set up real quick. I put together a little... Okay, here we go. All right. Sideline Scott's top 10 cartoon characters. Here we go. Okay. If you're familiar with Archer, Archer's a great cartoon. It's definitely not for children. Archer has issues. He has alcohol issues. He has women issues. He has mom issues. He's like a 007 type character, American. But this is a great show. I love Archer. Next. I love Daisy. I love Daisy Duck. She is my favorite Disney cartoon character. So I love Daisy. Daisy's a sweetheart. Gotta love Daisy. Okay, next. Futurama. Leela, voiced by the beautiful Katie Segal, who we all knew and love as Peg Bundy from Married with Children. So Leela from Futurama, she's up there. Okay, Tinkerbell. Who doesn't love Tinkerbell? For years, it was rumored that she was modeled after Marilyn Monroe, and, you know, anything Marilyn I love. So, Tinkerbell. Okay, all right, Ren and Stimpy. This cartoon is insane. I remember the early 90s, me and my first wife, we would sit on the couch, drink beer, and laugh our heads off at these two absolutely ridiculous characters. I loved Ren. Ren was just out of his mind. So Ren and Stimpy. All right. I love the Powerpuff Girls. Me and my first daughter, we bonded over the Powerpuff Girls. So Blossom is her favorite, and I love Bubbles. All right. Every Gen X kid knows Bugs Bunny. We all grew up on Bugs Bunny. I don't know why there isn't a Looney Tunes world like there's a Disney World, but yeah, Bugs Bunny, you can't beat him. He's got some great stuff. All right, you can't talk about cartoons these days without anime. And I'm not really an anime guy, but I discovered this show because of my daughter. This is Bobobo. He's like 8 feet tall, and his weapons are his nose hairs. And when he says fist of the nose hair, you are in trouble. So Bobobo. You gotta, if you like insanity, it doesn't get any more crazier than this. And what we got next here? Oh, Veronica Lodge. She and Betty Cooper will always be in a love triangle with Archie. Some love Betty, some love Veronica. I am on Team Veronica. I love Veronica. She is the teenage girlfriend I always wanted. All right, that's 9. Who is my number one all-time favorite cartoon character? Number 1. And there she is, Lois Griffin from Family Guy. Yeah, Lois, she is my soulmate. I love everything about her. I've been watching Family Guy for over 20 years. And I am just in love with this woman. So, all right. May all your teams win, lose, tie, whatever. This is Sideline Scott saying good night.
Thank you for that riveting report, Sideline Scott. Oh, we forgot to say sorry about your Detroit Tigers.
Oh, yeah. The Mariners, they did it in 5, Chris.
Yeah, that's
good
what
job.
we had.
You called
That's
that.
what we had.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We all said
High
that.
5.
High 5.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Christy, what else we got going on up here?
We have our big board today, and we are using a special pointer this week. and every week from here on out. It's a bright light up pointer.
Yeah,
all right.
From here on out, huh?
Yeah. So we've got the Seahawks versus the Jags.
Oh.
We've got the Saints. Seems a little limp. Sorry. Versus New England. The Raiders versus the Titans. The Bengals versus the Packers.
The Whackers?
And the Mariners versus the Blue
Ooh,
Jays.
we got some more baseball on the board. Yeah. Look at that. Well, Christy, the Seahawks come into this game with a record of 3-2. Stop that. The Jaguars are 4-1. The Jags, four wins. The Raiders didn't even get 4. They did get 4 wins, didn't they? Anyway,
They had 5 wins last year.
no, they only had 4. But anyways, let's get on to this game. Seahawks, Jaguars. This is animal versus animal. I like cats. We'll take the Jags.
I'm gonna go with the Jags too. Will you put a heart for me on that side?
Sure.
Thank you, Greg. All right, up next we got the Saints, 1-4 versus the New England Patriots, 3-2. I would love to say the Saints are going to win, but I actually am going to go with New England, I think.
She's feeling patriotic, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm not going with the Saints.
Well, Christy, you made a big mistake. Did you know the Saints got rolling last week?
Mm-mm.
Well, they're going to keep on rolling. And on March the Saints, here we go. We're going to be 2-4 by the end of this day.
Did they win last week?
Yeah, they won last week.
Okay.
They beat the Giants.
Oh, and then the Giants beat the Giants beat somebody the week before. No, the Broncos beat the Giants this week? I think it was the Broncos beat the Giants.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the Saints beating the Giants last week.
No, on Thursday night.
Oh, maybe Thursday. I don't know. I was working. I don't
Yeah.
know. Or was I? I don't know.
All right.
Well, that was confusing.
Next up, sorry. Next up, we've got the Raiders versus the Titans. It's a battle of 1-4 versus 1-4. I'm taking the Raiders on this one. They're gonna win it.
Someone's going to be 2-4.
Someone's gonna be 2-4.
Someone's going to be 1-5.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the Titans because the Raiders get that big W. Boom, G money.
Nice. Oh, I forgot to add that. So next is the Bengals
All right, there's a couple of them, at least.
versus the Packers. The Bengals are 2-3. The Packers are 2-1-1.
2-1-1-1.
Yeah.
And one.
We almost lost, or we tied with the Cowboys. So whatever.
Oh, you're just as equal as the Cowboys.
I am gonna say that I will say that the Packers got their heads out of their asses on their bye week, and they're ready to come back in swinging, and they're gonna get a win this week.
Whoa. Let's not underestimate the power of stupidity. You could have a week off to put your head up your ass.
That is true.
But I still
Further.
think the Packers win that game. Bengals are just too hurt right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Christy. Here we go. A baseball. This is for the World Series. We got the Mariners versus, if I get out of the way, the Blue Jays.
Mariners, Blue Jays.
Seattle, Toronto, Seattle. USA, Canada. Canada,
Yeah.
USA.
That's true.
North America, it's the same. Doesn't work. Doesn't apply.
So I was watching a video the other day, and this guy said the Mariners are not going to win at all because they could not, because their bats are hot, but they can't run the bases.
Well,
That's what he said.
tough to argue with that
Yeah.
logic.
And then the
But
Blue Jays.
was that with the Blue Jays? Because they could still make the World Series. here.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that guy's a party pooper.
He might be, and he doesn't know Seattle Mariners.
Boom.
He doesn't know the big dumper.
Yeah, we got the big dumper up here.
Yeah. I am going to go Mariners for my pick. And I'm going to say the Mariners are going to be. They're going to win it in 3 again.
Well, they'd
3-2.
have to win it in 4, Christy, but put 3 on the
Oh,
board.
is it
I like
4?
that. I like it.
Is it a 6?
No, if they can, it's the best of 7, but if they can do it
Oh,
in 3,
okay.
that's even cooler.
4. So 4. I'm going to say it's going to be 4-3. Blue Jays are going to win 3. Mariners are going to win it out in 4.
I think in baseball terms, you say she takes the Mariners in 7.
She takes the Mariners in 7. I don't know what that is.
She did. We get confused with the baseball.
I'm not a huge baseball fan. So
Well, I totally am, Christy. I'll take the Mariners in 6. But the guy was right. I don't think they'll win the World Series.
I don't think so either.
Because they're going to have to play Milwaukee Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
Old Uncle Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Hi,
true.
Robin.
Robin Yon.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
that's all the time I have for now. So, I'll see you later.
That's all the time we have for now.
May all your teams
Lose except for the Raiders this week, the Packers, the Saints, the Mariners, and the Jags. So we got a lot of teams to not lose this week.